Hey Optimist, in this video, we are going to take a look at what we need to follow along the JavaScript Basics playlist. If you are doing this in your smartphone, I suggest you to check out Decoder to follow along. Alright, let's get into desktop. First, let's take a look at where can we execute our JavaScript code. I have 3 methods listed in the video. In this series, we are going to be using method 3. Now, let's take a look at method 1. JavaScript can be executed in a browser in the console tab. The console tab can be opened either by right-clicking on the window and selecting Inspect or by using the keyboard shortcut Ctrl-Shift-I. Now, let's navigate to the console tab. Let's type in console.log the optimist. Now, when I press enter, the code gets executed. To move on to the next line, instead of getting executed, we need to press Shift Enter. Console.log, maybe hit that subscribe button. This might be a hindrance when we are writing long functions. As we press enter, the code gets executed and we need to press shift enter to go on to the next line every time. We can get around this by using text editors such as Visual Studio Code, or we can type in our code and copy paste it to the browser. Let's take a look at how can we do it. Alright, I'm in Visual Studio Code. I'm creating a new file test.js, console.log, be optimistic, console.log, hit that subscribe button. Now, let's copy paste this code into the console. I wouldn't recommend this method as it can get tedious and you need to copy paste your code every time you change something. Now, let's take a look into method 2. We can also execute JavaScript in the command line with the help of NodeJS. Let's type in NodeJS. Let's close the console. Select download. Windows and Mac users can just install their setup and follow through the setup. For Linux users, open your terminal. We can install Node.js using apt package. So sudo apt install Node.js. Alright, once you have got this setup, let's move on to Visual Studio Code where you can open the terminal by using terminal, new terminal, and then type in Node.js space file name test.js and we get the output. This is good, but we need a more interactive IDE to practice JavaScript. There are many online compilers such as JSBin that helps us practice JavaScript interactively. Now let's take a look at JSBin. You should click on JavaScript. Let's click on console. We'll remove HTML and then I will like console.log optimist. As you can see, it executes in lifetime. You can disable this by unchecking this checkbox and enable it by checking the checkbox. Alright, let's move on to method 3. We are going to be using something called RunJS. RunJS is almost similar to JSBin, but it has good UI and it runs on your local machine, not on the browser. Right. Now it shows download RunJS for Linux. If you are Windows machine, it shows Windows. If you are on Mac, it shows Mac. Install it and run the setup. Now let me open my RunJS. Alright. Now my RunJS is up and running. Let's type console.log be optimist. Be optimistic and console.log one last time hit the subscribe button and it works like a charm. The output is displayed on the right side so you can clearly see what the output is. Alright, we are done with the setup. As you learn the language that influences the web, also hit the subscribe button so it helps me reach a lot of people. I bet many would have pressed next button the moment I said subscribe. If you're here till now, comment I am an optimist in the next video and I'll be sure to note it. Good luck and let's confuse those who didn't watch till now. Thank you for watching.